Look at this. I think it's about all the movies that was filmed in New York. Is there any movie that I know of?
Love is what happens when you do something stupid, try something foolish, somewhat absurd. I saw you trying to catch the next flight out, and everything around became a little bit blurred. The way your hair fell into your face, my oh my, how you took my breath away. And my heart sang sweet melodies, singing isn't she lovely? Oh, oh, I let you go. Oh, I didn't know at the time that I'd never ever get you off my mind.
Like,
I'm more afraid but this is gonna
I missed you right in front of me. If I had kissed you, maybe I'd have seen that. If I had walked or drove or flew, every map led back to you. I didn't have a clue.
oh, something was really nice. Yeah, I would like to stay in. Sure.
You ready?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Can we get one pastrami sandwich with pickle?
Please.
It's gonna be for here, right? Yeah, having here. Thursday?
What's the drink?
Wow, that's pretty massive sandwich.
Oh, so this is Dr. Brown. I've never seen it.
Can we get the Dr. Brown? Which one? Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's lucky to get the table. Hey, we got the right table. Wow, I didn't expect that. Okay, can I try the Dr. Brown cream
50 per
soda?
person, I think.
We'll see how much it is.
$2.95 now.
Wow, it's now $2.95. It's almost like 4 times more than Scooter. Wow.
I'm more afraid, but this is gonna squeeze and go everywhere.
Wow, it's amazing. Look
I
at
don't know how they
that.
eat it.
How do you have a bite
I don't know.
without entire bite? Ooh. I'm not sure about it. Ah, I already have my mustard. We have mustard on the chicken.
Oh yeah.
Well, I did my best.
It's quite a success.
I'm sorry.
Quick before it goes bad.
Just from one glance, I kept looking for the beautiful girl, and I'd still be searching the whole world. But my heart sang sweet melodies from the moment you found me. I had missed you right in front of me, and if I had kissed you, maybe I'd have seen that. If I had walked or drove or flew, every map led back to you. I didn't have a clue, but you
to the next one. I think we need to go.
It's Christmas, time of year. Our family's by the fire, snuggled up like bunnies in the snow. It's Christmas, little birds are singing like a choir. Winter is nipping at your nose.
It was a TNF.
Yeah, it was.
I've been waiting all year for this. Grab your cocoa and we'll reminisce. Oh, how I love when Christmas comes around. It's Christmas, burnt the pie. Who cares? It's still divine. Give me all the whipped cream you can find. It's Christmas, records on, trim the tree and sing along. Watching Hallmark movies all night long. I've been waiting all year for this. Oh, these photos I just can't resist. Oh, how I love when Christmas comes around.
Yep, I see it. Oh no. Yeah. It looks completely closed. I will miss it.
I'm actually serious about the check.
It's
I don't know if
Does
this
it say
is
that?
open.
Oh yeah.
midnight carols and
Oh no. I always wonder why there are three next to Serendipity.
What's the book? I think pretty nice location.
Here we are.
Dancing with you under cotton candy skies. Got me feeling like I'm on a sugar high. I could spend forever in your paradise. It's just us tonight on a sugar high. Never really was a sweet tooth, and then suddenly I met you. Now I'm mesmerized.
You must think I'm demented.
Not the word I would use, but I was a little surprised when I got the call. Jules, I apologize
I
for
knew what I was missing. How did I survive without dancing with you under cotton candy skies? You got me feeling like I'm on a sugar high. I could spend forever in your paradise on a sugar high. Just you and I.
Hey, how are you?
Hi. Can I have one latte?
Yeah.
Do you have decaf?
Yes.
I'll have a decaf latte with regular milk, please. You're having a donut too?
Yeah.
It would be nicer if we had at the table, but that's okay. Looks fine.
Oh, this is the decaf. This is the regular.
Oh, my latte.
Oh yeah, look at mine. Nice, perfect.
Candy skies. skies.
It's very lovely, man. So nice.
You got me
Cheers.
feeling like I'm on a sugar high. I could spend forever in your paradise. On a sugar high. On a sugar high.
Do you think you can make it?
You would have passed me over.
Oh yeah, the fashion street. Actually, it's a fashion
It was a
avenue.
sunny day when you knocked upon my door. Oh, I got a different kind of feeling, the kind I never had before. I thought this was quite the coincidence. Then you blushed, and I felt my cheeks
Yeah.
flush.
I think it's about from 40s to 30
What a
seconds or something like
perfect,
that.
what a perfect way to spend the day.
It's a huge
Just
button there.
dreaming.
Oh yeah, the person is going.
Just honeydew, baby, blue sugar, big love me.
Yeah, I used to be a friend to a lot of designers, office studios. It's like zero. No one's here.
Happens every summer.
37
Things are
Fahrenheit. Is
moving
it below
slow.
zero? No, 32 is zero.
And
Is it?
time to unwind only gives me time to spend alone. I can't help but wonder if anyone's in town. Scrolling through the phone on a Sunday, just hanging around with nothing to do. Summer, loving, give
But
me
yeah, the pool have been used
something.
Yeah.
I'm about to lose my mind. 'Cause when I see you, I think I need you every single summertime. Oh, no. I saw her under moonlight, a flower in her hair, and didn't think she'd notice, but I know she caught my stare. And I can't help but wonder what she's thinking now. felt it. There was something magic in this room. I found you in an unexpected moment. All the world got quiet and I knew. Standing here together with your hand in mine, I wanna know what forever feels like. Standing here together with your hand in mine, I wanna know what forever feels like. You found me here in front of everybody. Honestly, I can't believe it's true. You found me. You don't know how long I've waited just to hear you say the words I do. Standing here together with your hand in mine, I wanna know what forever feels like. Standing here together with your hand in mine, I wanna know what forever feels like. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in one-horse open sleigh.
Oh no, they
O'er
took
the
out the
fields we
Christmas tree.
go,
I didn't know. I thought they would kill
laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing in sleigh songs tonight.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
I can hear those jingle bells,
Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.